Hey guys, my name's Dooley and I've tested over 100 hotels and restaurants in Japan, so you don't have to. Far away from Tokyo, Osaka and Kyoto, you will find the paradise jungle island of Iriomote. And on this tropical island, there's a little village called Sonai, and it is here that you will find one of the cutest accommodations in all of Japan. I'm actually making an ultimate guide to this island, so if you need more information, please check that out. But the simple version is you have two options when you want to go to this Airbnb. One is to take the bus, and the other is to get a rental car like we did. We went with the Hoshiuna rental, which we really liked, so we can definitely recommend them. They're not the cheapest of all of the 4 or 5 car rental companies on the island, but definitely the most convenient. The lady spoke English, and we even were able to change our car type at the ferry terminal once we realized that our suitcases would not fit in there. Now enough about the car rental, let's have a look at the Airbnb and its beautiful surroundings. This is my 4th time on these islands, and I have to say that this holiday rental called Padoma in Iriomote really stole my heart. If you're looking for an affordable and cozy place to stay on the island, then this is it. Now let me show you around because this place is really impressive. Let's start with the mini condominium, which is what the accommodation describes itself as. The first thing you notice when you come in is how clean and tidy everything is. This was of course going to change very rapidly after our arrival, but it is a real treat when you arrive somewhere and it's this spotless. Under the hob there were all these cooking utensils and an outdoor grill that I'll show you in a bit. There were 2 bins, and there were some other larger bins outside too, and there was a little heater as well as 2 foldable chairs and a couple of knickknacks there, and very cool place, I have to say. Now you can see there's a little table down here with some woven seats. There's also a fridge and the kettle, 2 metal cups, and a little grill barbecue thing in the background there. You can make toast in there, or you can grill fish, and you want to know about fishing? I've got a video on fishing here because the fishing here is crazy. But yeah, let's not digress. Here is the bathroom. Definitely another highlight is the size. It's obviously like a bit of a cheaper bathroom, but it's clean, and there's lots and lots of useful places to hang up your clothes and put all of your toiletries, and more than enough space for everybody really. Now we were only 2 of us staying in this place, but you can stay as a family. Here there's also a little vacuum cleaner and a toilet, but no washlet, which I was quite surprised. One of the few places I've been to in Japan without a washlet, but at this price point you definitely cannot complain. I was quite pleased with the size of the shower. Now some people might lament the lack of a bath, but for us this was more than enough. I also really liked the fact that the place seemed quite new. I mean, it wasn't new, but it didn't feel like it had been used or like it was dirty or anything like that. And I think that's also because they really take good care. Now you might be wondering, where do you sleep in this place? Yep, you sleep on the mezzanine floor. So that means you've got to climb up these stairs, and up here you have 2 big futons with obviously covers and pillows. You have some power sockets and a big window, and of course an air conditioner that works very well. One thing I would recommend that I use anyway is an eye mask to block out the light if you want to sleep a bit longer than sunrise. As you can see, the light really floods in here, and there's also quite good lighting even at night. Now this here is actually one of their foldable chairs, which we didn't even realize until the day we left, and we had spent all our time sitting on the floor. Also on the floor is the box I showed you earlier with all of the different kitchen utensils, and you really have every single thing that you need in this box. You've got bowls, you've got cups, you've got chopsticks, scissors, pots and pans, and cooking utensils. Really everything that you need. You also get a very good Japanese style rice cooker that definitely will make your rice perfect. They really seem to have thought of everything. There's also enough storage. What's really cool and unique is they also have a portable gas stove that you can take with you when you go picnicking, so you can enjoy the outdoors. In the communal room there are also 2 washing machines and a tumble dryer, plus some extra bins in case you have too much trash or you have special trash. Now right outside all the little micro houses is a veritable little succulent farm, and the people who work here really tend to the plants here. You can see the dog there hanging out. This place is just absolute chill vibes, beautiful greenery, just feels so fresh. Beautiful place. We were renting 2 out of the 5 rental units. Now, we did go a little bit overboard in Ishigaki with the shopping, because what had happened is a few years ago when I had been on this island, I could not find any decent shops, and so we overloaded ourselves with lots and lots and lots of stuff from Ishigaki that we took over on the ferry. But it was all for nothing, because I didn't realize that literally about 2 minutes walk from this Airbnb was a big supermarket. And when I say a big supermarket, I mean big for a little random island in the middle of the ocean. But they had absolutely everything that you would need, from beers to milk and coffee and ice cream and biscuits and chips, and even clothing and soy sauce and cleaning equipment, and I mean literally everything. So you do not need to go overboard like we did. You can get pretty much anything that you need right here. And right across the road from this place is one of the best restaurants on the whole island, actually. I had the Tantan-Men here, and I can tell you it was absolute. I mean, when I say it's delicious, I mean it's really delicious. And I'm not measuring it as like an island restaurant, I'm measuring it against the rest of Japan. The Tantan-Men is really one of the best ones I've ever had in my life. The fried rice was delicious too, and the gyoza, to die for. And this place is like 3 minutes from the Airbnb. But if you don't want to go and eat out and you want to save money, then you can also just cook in your Airbnb. There's a very good ventilation system, and we didn't feel like cooking affected, the smell of the house at all. Many a delicious meal was had in this little kitchen, and obviously easy noodles for lunch and stuff like that were a staple, a way to save a bit of money and maximum flavor as well. So, as you can see, this place is just absolutely a little dream come true. There's even like an outside garden place. These guys are like, doing some permaculture stuff out here, growing like bananas. They gave us some like free bananas from the garden. This place is great. It's really like in tune with nature. The people who live here are like part of nature, and that's really what makes this place special. At this point, I have to mention Akko, who was absolutely wonderful. She was so helpful, spoke fantastic English as well, and she's such a bubbly personality, made the whole experience that much better. Now here you're also not too far away from the evacuation zone in case there's a tsunami. Not that we're expecting that anytime soon, but it's always nice to feel safe. So back here there's a path to the other side of the island where you can go to the beach there too, or you can take this very ancient looking path that takes you to some old ruins or something like that, which I'll have to check next time. They also have 2 bicycles that you can rent and cycle around, which is also a nice little thing that you can do. And if not, you can just come here and pet the really old cat. He's very cute and sweet, and he loves a treat here and there. Now, when I tell you that I've saved the best for last, I really mean I've saved the best for last. The most absolutely amazing thing about this Airbnb is being so close to the beach. You just wake up in the morning, grab your fishing rod or your kayak or your swimming costume, and just walk 25 meters down the road to one of the most beautiful coves you've ever seen. Now you might think that there's nothing more picturesque than this, but wait until the nighttime. These islands are also known for their incredible starry night skies, and the view from this place is absolutely incredible. And on top of that, you're just a 4-minute walk from Sonai port. This is where a lot of the island's water sports activities launch from, making this once again a very convenient location. As you've just heard, I'm really smitten with this place, and I can definitely recommend it if you're looking for a budget experience. And if you're looking for a little bit more than just budget, then please check out my other videos, because I have a video for you, and that is the Hoshiuna Resort's Iriomote Hotel. This is where you're going to get your luxury fix. So we're very sad to leave today. We've been here for 5 nights and it's been absolutely amazing. And yes, this is super affordable, very beautiful, right next to the beach. And yes, I can only 100% recommend it. And yeah, if you enjoyed that, please like and subscribe, and hope to see you next week.